Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the Ted Show. Look at this. Look what I have. I've got two people today. We're here to talk about Vino and Vets. This is an event that's coming up November 13th, which Melissa and Andres will give you all the details. And with me, I have Melissa McAvoy, who is the owner, proprietor, sommelier at Swirlery, which is in Soto area. And we have Andres Martinez. Almost said Martini because that's what's on my brain right now. Andres is with Heroes Hope Network, and they are helping out and the beneficiary, I imagine, for the event on November 13th. So we're here to do a little bit of a wine tasting. We're here to talk about the event and get to know Melissa and Andres' organization. So welcome, guys.
Thank you.
We did it. We're here. You know, my liver is very excited about the wine tasting part. And you know, as somebody who works with a lot of veterans, I have such a heart for that. So when Melissa posted about it, I'm like, what can I do to get involved and promote? So enough about me. You guys already know my story. We're going to start with Melissa. Melissa, tell them a little bit about you and about Swirlery, and then we'll have you introduce Andres.
Perfect. Thank you for having me on the show, Ted. Hello, everyone. I'm Melissa McAvoy. I am owner of Swirlery Wine Bar and Tasting Room located here in Orlando, Florida, in our Soto district. We just celebrated our 6-year anniversary.
Unbelievable. Congratulations.
Thanks. Cheers. So I study wine with the Court of Master Sommeliers. I'm an advanced sommelier, and I'm a Soto district board member. I love helping out in the community, and helping out veterans and first responders is something that's near and dear to my heart. So I was very excited to work on this project, Vino and Vets. I'd like to introduce my friend, Andres Martinez, the president of Heroes Hope Network.
Ooh, hi, Andres.
Hey, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you to both of you, Melissa, and to you, Ted. So my name is Andres Martinez, U.S. Army veteran. I'm also a personal coach, and I've been in this world for about 2 to 3 years now. And so Melissa and I had a really great idea for Veterans Day, and here we are. So I'm excited to be here and to talk a little bit about wine in our event.
Well, you know, I want to talk about wine, but I do want to ask you, tell us about the organization a little bit.
Perfect. So the organization started in 2020 by Michael Hodgkins. And when I came on board, I actually came on board as their health and wellness coach. And as we went up and started kind of working some more with the actual veterans, he saw some potential here that maybe I didn't see in the beginning. And so he presented me with the idea of taking over the executive orders and actually doing more. And so one of the things that we focus on is PTSD and suicide prevention. And the way we go about that is through like online courses and programs and just being there with the veterans, just one-on-one, just helping them kind of get through whatever it is they're getting through. A lot of times it has to do with the VA. A lot of times it has to do with their health. And what we want to do is incorporate mental health with holistic practices. And that's how we are. And that's how we operate.
I love it. I love that the word heroes is in there because that's what I think. Thank you for your service, by the way. All right. So Vino and Vets, tell us about the event, Melissa. What's going on? And then we want to talk about some of the sponsors too. And then, we have some wine to taste.
We do have some wine today.
So I'm going to let you take over, Melissa. I'm here just to be Vanna White or help you out.
Awesome. Well, our first wine that we're going to try is going to be an Aligoté, which is from Burgundy, France. And it's a really fun white wine that we're enjoying from one of our gold sponsors, Bertrand's Wine. So it's actually very tasty, probably one of the most compelling white wines I've had so far this year, which is a lot to say. I'm really blown away by this wine. And
Burgundy, from Burgundy, a lot of people think just red, but Burgundies have some amazing whites as well.
This is true. Mostly you'll find Chardonnay from Burgundy, but there is one other white grape that they grow there, and this is it, Aligoté. So
Aligoté. I just want to say it out loud so I sound smart.
That's all right. Yeah, absolutely.
It's the only thing that's going to help me sound smart.
I like the flavor profile.
I love this.
Right?
It's
really crispy.
I did not expect this at all. Yeah. This is delicious. So they're one of the sponsors.
They are one of our sponsors. And Vino Vets is going to be so much fun. Orlando is actually going to be having a Veterans Day parade. And we'll be sort of the official mixer event, high-profile networking to raise money for Heroes Hope Network. So come by. There's going to be a DJ. There'll be light bites. There'll be a really awesome silent auction available. Woo. And of course, there's going to be a wine tasting. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on we are going to have a master sommelier there, Brian Koziel. We're going to try a champagne from his company later on in this segment.
Yum. All right. And then tell us really quick, as I'm going to finish this wine. I cannot spit wine out. Do we swirl all wine, or do we not swirl white? What's the rule?
Okay, so
Because I always thought we swirled everything. So tell us.
So one thing is when your wine is first poured for you, I prefer to just initially just nose it without swirling it, because all of the esters kind of gather in the glass and they're just kind of sitting there waiting for you to have a nice whiff of them. So initially take a smell. Then after you've gotten that first impression on the wine, then swirl.
So even whites.
Even whites. The only wine that I typically don't swirl is champagne.
I was going to say, all I could think about was the foamy mess you would have if you tried to swirl champagne.
Yes.
That would be kind of
But I'll give you a tip on tasting champagne later.
Oh, okay. So this is delicious. So this is one of the sponsors. Again, it's a wine tasting, and everything benefits Vino and Vets, benefits Andres' organization. So you want to come by if you like wine, or you love veterans, or both. That it's a dream. We want you to come out. All right. So what's next?
What's next? Let's talk about some of our other sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like some of our
Let's do it,
top
Andres.
sponsors.
Some of our top sponsors are Cape Canaveral. Let me do that again. Some of our top sponsors are the Cape Canaveral Weekly Vacations rentals. They are over on the Space Coast. And basically, if you are looking to stay out there and visit Kennedy Space Center or check out some of the NASA stuff or just be by the beach, they're a great resource for finding a place. Also, AmeriFactors is one of our top sponsors as well. And they help businesses with basically pay advancement. So if you're a business and you're getting invoices, but you're not getting the money in just yet, with them, you can actually just show them the invoices and they will pay you up front. So it's a really great.
Very cool. I've never heard of that concept.
Yeah, they're definitely a really interesting concept, and they're all about the veteran community as well. And I just wanted to mention that one of the things that we're looking to do is with this program, one of our flagship programs is called the Hero's Journey. And what we do is we're going to put our veterans through a full year-long course of transformation. And so, but it takes money to get to that point.
Yes.
We have to be able to provide for them. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. So that way we can have the funding to be able to help these veterans transform their lives and integrate into society. That's like the whole reason why we're doing what we're doing.
And we have so many people, especially I feel like in our area, that have a love and a heart for vets, want to figure out how to help, don't really know how. There's a lot of different choices out there, and you're never quite sure what you're getting when you get involved with certain organizations. And so I'm super excited that we're doing this with yours. I love the give back. I love the journey. All right, Melissa, what's up next?
What's up next? Well, I think we should try one more wine.
Oh, yes, we are speaking my language right now.
So we are going to have a master sommelier pouring wine at our event. Brian Koziel, he lives here locally in Orlando, one of 3 master somms that we have here. And we are going to try some champagne.
Ooh. So tell them your theory. Well, we'll talk about the champagne, but I have a quick question. Then tell them all.
This is Dutz champagne. Dutz champagne.
Dutz?
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. So I had asked earlier if Melissa wanted flutes, right? So she said no. Why?
So I personally do not like champagne flutes. I think that they just don't allow us to get the full expression of the wine. We taste mostly through the way we smell. So I like a large glass to enjoy champagne so I can definitely enjoy the nose.
I love it. And so you do enjoy the nose. Remember, this is the one you don't want to swirl.
Exactly.
But you do enjoy the nose like you enjoy other wine.
And then I was taught by a master of wine, Gene Riley, that when you do drink champagne, you may just want to hold it in your mouth a little bit longer than you normally would wine, just to kind of feel the impression and the texture of the bubbles.
So do you swish it in your mouth like others? Because I feel like I was going to say, I think you're going to get a whole bunch of foamy.
No.
Not that that's bad, but I would want to not do that. Bro.
No swishing.
That's delicious.
That's really good.
So champagne or sparkling wine?
Yeah.
What's this?
So this is champagne from Champagne, France.
And why is that? And why is it called champagne? Just
so it's a region and it's regulated. And it's a very special place. It's far north. It's one of the most northernly growing wine regions in the world. Of course, there's others, and we're actually pushing those boundaries now with climate change. But it's a beautiful place, and the soil is chalk. So you have white chalk everywhere, which is incredible.
Wow.
And these grapes just struggle. And it's real estate at the end of the day. This is a regulated place. To be called Champagne, it needs to be from there. Their history is so rich. So many wars have been fought on their soil. And it's a place to be respected for the high quality wines that come out of there, but just the incredible stories. You have so many women there who lost their husbands when they went to war. They never came back home, and they were left behind just to kind of run a lot of these champagne houses. There's many of these amazing stories. And like I said, the history is just compelling.
That's correct. So if you're calling it champagne, you better look, because it's going to be sparkling wine, or sometimes goes by cava. I've heard all sorts of different Prosecco. Champagne is from Champagne in France. That is exactly where it's from. I had to learn that thanks to Melissa, probably. All right. Do you have more sponsors? Do we have more people you need to?
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that, Andres.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So the rest of our sponsors are amazing. They're all in different fields. So I want to just give a big special shout out to everyone that's involved, including Christensen Financial Incorporated. We also have Bottom Line Clarity, Silk Road Wines, which I think we might be able to sample here in just a moment. We also have Pace Law. We also have Soul Ground Rising and Living Wellness Center.
Very good.
I think it's actually Living Wellness Center, right?
Living Well Wellness.
There you go.
Living Well Wellness Center.
Yes, there you go. Living Well Wellness Center.
Awesome. I love it when other businesses get involved. I mean, obviously, so many people have a heart for vets, and I love to see different industries come together and support that, especially right at Veterans Day, guys, coming up soon, couple of weeks. Our event's in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks-ish, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Saturday the 13th.
All right, so this is delicious. Tell us about Silk, which is next.
So
and I know you're going to have to dump.
I'm a guess. Oh,
no, you.
I can never.
I'm not dumping.
I'll dump it. I shouldn't.
I don't drink that often, so I might just enjoy this. This is really good. I like the whole bubbles in your mouth, the concept.
Yeah.
Like I really tasted something.
This is delicious. I want to tell you, it's really good.
You know, the champagne has different, atmospheres to it. So some have, stronger bubbles than others.
You know what? I kind of like the stronger bubbles.
Yeah.
It's delicious, by the way, guys.
This one felt stronger, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It
Okay.
did. It felt like very strong as far as the bubbles go. I like that very much. And I'll get all the names on this. And of course, in the show later, I will make sure I tag all of the different wines and all of the sponsors as well. All right. So what do we have here? Silk.
Sure. So this is Silk Road. So this is a wine from Georgia, the country Georgia, which is thought to possibly be one of the birthplaces of wine. They have a rich history dating back to 8,000 years ago that they were making wine there. So their claim to fame as being the first on the planet is legit. Is it 100%? No, but it's totally legit.
Legit.
So this is an amazing white wine from the Mtzvani grape. And the vintage is 2017, which is pretty cool. It's got a little bit of age on it for a white wine, and but it drinks really youthful.
It's delicious. So a couple of things that I want to ask on anything. Georgia, first of all, that's in Russia, isn't it? Or somewhere that part of the region, so people know it's not north of us. It's definitely the other way. So it's a country there. And I had never heard of this. So this is actually really delicious. Feels mellow. But what about when people sniff? Do they go all the way in? Because I have seen people go in I'm afraid they're going to drown in it.
Yeah. So I mean,
but you want to get a sniff.
I mean, you want to go in, but you don't want to touch your nose to the glass or anything. But
I think we get intimidated by wine tastings. And so one thing that I want to let you know is one of the reasons we wanted to do this, because I want you to see how much fun they are, how the sommelier is 100% there to educate you. They want you to feel the passion about the wine that they have. And of course, as you're feeling the passion about the wine, you can give as much to Andres' organization as possible so he can do all those journeys and the services. This is actually really delicious.
This is very smooth.
It's smooth. That's the word I was looking
Very, very
for.
smooth.
And Silk Road. I love it.
And
It's funny
they
that you
support
bring up-
veterans
And
as
you know, it's
well.
funny that you bring up the nose. I tend to have a big nose, so I'm afraid to put my nose all the way in the glass. So this is great. I like this. That was a good little educational tip.
Yeah, I love
That's
the
awesome.
education.
Yeah.
And you
just
mentioned
get
Jean
in there.
Riley earlier. I loved her. We did a show with her at your place once.
I know we had the best
Oh
time.
my God. I think I went home and took a nap, which is the usual when you're with Melissa, by the way. And it's not because she's boring. It's because she pours such great stuff at Swirlery. You don't want to miss out. All right. So how can they get involved? How can they register? How can they buy tickets? What's the best way for them to find out more? And really, we want you guys to come out. We want you to have a good time. We want you to give back. It's so important.
Yeah, great question. So you can actually find us on our website, Vino and Vets, and like November.com. We're also on Eventbrite. We are also have our Facebook event going around as well, circulating. And to still RSVP, just go to the website. Super simple, vinoandvets.com, RSVP, and we'll see you then.
We can't wait. So November 13th.
Yep.
Time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Location?
It is at 2421 Silver Meter Road, which is the packing district.
Yeah, the up and coming
Yeah.
I
packing
love
district.
that we have a name for it now, the
It's
packing
exciting.
district. It really is. There's lots of growth there. You guys will love it. There's so much going on in the packing district. But I really want you to get out. I want you to support not only Melissa's business, swirlery.com, but Andres' organization.
Thank you.
And I want you guys to come out to the event. And if you can't, think about donating, think about getting involved, think about trying to figure out how we can help and give back to our veterans and their families. Thank you guys.
Thank you so
This was
much.
awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
And thanks
Thank
to the
you.
Citrus Club for letting us host it here. That was very sweet of them. Molly Kirk, you guys are awesome. And of course, we love our chef, Chef Reiner. We have to give him a shout out, or
Shout
he'll
out
be
to
mad
the
at
chef.
both of us, Melissa. But you guys get involved. Vino and Vets, the website again.
Vino and Vets, VINO, the letter N like November, Vets, VETS.com.
All right, Vino and Vets. And of course, you can reach out to me. I'll get you in touch with Melissa and Andres. Get involved, guys.
Get
All right.
involved.
Thank you both so much.
you.
I love
Thank
a
you.
wine tasting.
Cheers.
Cheers to everybody.
Cheers, everyone. See you.
We'll see you soon.